Good evening, money magnets and master traders. Welcome back to Uncle Charles' YouTube channel. We had a very nice bounce here, but we can see at the end of the day, it's starting to drop back to the downside. As far as how we traded, I have to say it was amazing. Let me go to the daily chart. We go back down to the naked chart, take out all my lines, remove all my drawings. And at that pivot level I showed you guys from yesterday, that was the previous pivot all-time high from early October. And we can see that the bulls bought the dip. And I wrote in my Discord, in the SPY updates room, as mentioned in the general lean, below 675.6 is bearish. For bearish follow through into trigger puts, 674 must fail as support to take out October's high and put those lower targets in play. You guys can see that did not happen. We can see on the 15-minute chart, this line right here was my 674 level. It did not happen. And I wrote, if it's truly bounce time, 675.6 must clear to put 677, 679, and 681 in play. However, I also wrote right at the end of the sentence, bottoms only in if 681 can recapture. Be ready to react. We go to that 15-minute chart and we can see how it cleared my 675.6 level, which Uncle alerted to the group. So far 674 is showing buying pressure. As long as above 675.6, 677 is in play, then 679 above. Incredible. And to even confirm the breakout, the SPY was kind enough to backtest that 675.6-ish area as support and showed strong buying pressure before they continued to pop to the upside. Remember, this is day trading advice, day trading ideas. We play it level to level with runners, and as it go up higher, we scale out, or we can just leave a trailing stop loss. It's up to you what you want to do. But once it got very close to the 681 level, Uncle was out, and you can see why. This is the reason why Uncle loves to play it level to level, because you never know when the market's going to turn on you. So yes, today the dip buyers bought the dip, but am I bullish? Well, I wrote in the SPY update, bottoms only in if 681 can recapture. We look at the 15-minute chart. Is that what happened? Nope. So that means the bottom is not in just yet. Somebody wrote in the gains porn. Oh, here's one of my Discord members. He made a little over $400 today. Not bad, not bad. Congratulations to Lowball. But we can see right now why I do not believe the bottom is in just yet. So when we go to the daily chart, I'm going to bring all my lines back. I'm going to bring my 5 daily moving average back. I cannot fully say that the bottom is in because we did not clear my 23.6 fib level, which was at 681. So is the bottom in or is the top in? Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about how will we know? How will we know the bottom is in, and how will we know a top is in? Right now, Uncle is still leaning bearish, and I'm always ready to change with the price action. But looking at how strong this rejection is from the 5 DMA and my 23.6 fib level around 681-ish area, it makes me think that the top is actually in. And if there is confirmation, we should get it later this week, hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed. And it will come in the form of breaking down support 677, 675.6 fib level, and the critical one at 674. So now that we went back to back test that area and rejected, we break down those support levels, and I will lean even more bearish, and I will favor a top being in when 674 and of course the 20 daily moving average all break down. So it's looking like the bears are still in control, guys. Even though we made money with calls today, overall on the daily chart, it's not looking good for the bulls. However, we must be open to any scenario for tomorrow, because technically there was buying pressure from that previous high. And the only way that Uncle will truly believe that a bottom is truly in is if they do later this week, preferably tomorrow, what they could not do today, which was taking out that 681 level as resistant. So if you're a bull, yes, the dip was bought today, but 681 must clear for a higher low to be considered, for a bottom to be in. Because if not, and 681 continues to stay as resistant with all that selling pressure it showcased today, look at that beautiful drop to the downside. It's still looking bearish, and all the bears need to do is break down that 674 level, and that will be your bearish continuation. Moving on to QQQ, you see we see signs of bullishness where the bulls stepped up and bought right off that uptrend line, but all they did was retest a critical resistance level around 625.6-ish, and of course you can count my 5 daily moving average. So we're still in the middle of, are we bullish or are we bearish? Both sides must show follow through. Whoever does will be the winner. If it's bullish, getting back above 625.6 would be the bullish follow through, and the bottom is in, and we should head back to all-time highs or maybe give us a new one. But I tell you, with that selling pressure, I don't think it's a coincidence, guys. And if support at 622, 620, and 618.6 fails tomorrow, that is very bearish. And below 618.6, that would put QQQ in breakdown mode, and a top will be in with 613 or lower in play. Here is Tesla. Now Tesla, I will say, it does kind of look bullish. We can see a potential cup here, which means right now we're in the handle phase, and the rule of a cup and handle is that it cannot break down the 50% fib level. 50% of the cup must hold as support. Today it did exactly that. I had the 50% fib level around 441, and we are wells above it, way above it. So 458 is the level to watch tomorrow. If we're below it, you want to look to short. 448 and 441 would be my target back to the downside, and below 441 would invalidate the potential cup and handle pattern. But if Tesla stays above 458, they have a chance at more upside, and clearing 465 and 467 tomorrow would put 469, 470.75 or much higher in play. So to me, it's still looking bullish unless it can break down those levels I mentioned, 458, 448, and the main level at 441 to invalidate the cup and handle pattern. So Tesla's looking bullish, but I cannot say the same for NVDA. My level to watch was 203.8. As long as below it, I'm bearish. And if they were able to recapture it, I would have switched back to being bullish. But that is not the case. There was strong selling pressure there. So to me, it's looking bearish, and I still favor more downside. If 194.5 and 193 fails tomorrow, we should get another $5 to $10 drop to the downside. Plenty of gaps that need to get filled, and I reckon they will. But if we're talking about being bullish, I still need to see 198.6 recapture, which was lost today. 200, 202, and 203.8 must clear to put a bottom in. The bottom is only in above 203.8. Otherwise, I am bearish, and losing 194.5 tomorrow would be your bearish follow through. Here is Amazon. It's going back and forth a little bit. I'm still watching at 249.5 level. They managed to get a close above it. But if there is bullish follow through, 251 and 252.6 must clear. That did not happen yet. But if it happens tomorrow, I will definitely long and favor 256 being tested, possibly higher. But if the bears are going to take control, they need to get price below 249.5, 248, and definitely break down the 245.5-ish fib level. If that happens, Uncle Charters will favor a $15 drop or more. That would be a nice move. Meta attempting a bounce here, but they didn't give us a strong close above the 636.5 level. It's one of my fib levels. I still need to see it recapture along with the 640 and 641.8 resistant level. Unless that happens, Meta is still looking bearish, and if there's bearish follow through, breaking down 635, 633, and 630 is needed, and it should send us back down to 623 to the 620 zone. Meta is highly volatile. I love this ticker symbol. But like I said, I'm not bullish unless we're above 636.5 and the 641.7-ish level. Otherwise, it's still looking bearish, guys. Microsoft definitely looking bearish. We lost the 507.2-ish fib level today. And if we lose 506 tomorrow, we're likely dropping below 500 tomorrow. It'll be a beautiful move back to the downside. So trust no bounce unless 507.2, 509, 511 can recapture to put 515 and 516.5 in play. The bottom is only in above 516.5. Otherwise, it's looking bearish, and losing 506 tomorrow would be your confirmation. Here is Apple, just consolidating, chopping sideways. 269.5 is the level to watch. Above it, bounce is possible, but below it, still bearish. We're above it now. What will be the bullish follow through? It needs to clear 271.7. If that happens tomorrow, we're likely heading back to all-time highs, 276 and 277.3 plus incoming. But if we're below 269.5, I need to see 268, 266, and 264.5 fail still. A top is in below 264.5. Here is IWM going for the bounce. Is a bottom in? I can't say yes for sure. Looks like the bulls back tested this triangle pattern after breaking it down. So it's not quite bullish to me unless we're back above 245 and 247. That's the only way Uncle will switch back to bullish. Right now, we back tested the breakdown structure. And if it's bearish follow through tomorrow, 243.3, 242, and 240.8 must fail. This is setting up for a potential breakdown, guys. And if that happens, 239, 237.5 are much lower incoming. And here is the VIX. Had a very nice drop, 18.7. Couldn't hold. They couldn't hold that support. But look at here. They went back and back tested the 5 DMA. So the VIX still has a shot at bouncing back to the upside and keeping volatility in the market. As long as it can stay above the 5 DMA, which is around 17.6, we possibly can bounce tomorrow. And bullish follow through would be to recapture 18.78 to put 20 plus in play. But I will say, if we lose the 5 DMA tomorrow, 16 or lower is incoming. And here is the DarkPool level. Let me refresh this just in case we had more premium come in. So $1.8 billion in premium at the 675 level. If we're below it, we are bearish. Now I have the critical level at 674, but of course, breaking down 675 DarkPool level would definitely help the bear case out. Right now, SPY is above that level, but I cannot favor a bottom is in unless we're back above 681. So watch that 674 and the DarkPool level at 675. If we lose that zone, the bears are in full control. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in Uncle Charters' YouTube channel. If you want to take your trading to the next level, I'd love to serve you guys at a higher level. Check out information for my Discord in the pinned comment below. And yeah, love y'all. Peace.